Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly. It's Only Stitching here on YouTube and then KeyX Stitch on Instagram. And it's November 12th, Saturday. And I finished my sampler that I was charting, finished stitching it. Did I bring it? No. And I'm giving up on Gumroad. So if you want a copy of the sampler, just Instagram DM me at KeyX Stitch. It's K-E-Y like a key and then X Stitch. And I guess send me your email address in a DM and I will send you the PDF. Best I can do. Hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll fix it eventually. I keep trying. I worked on Mary Mary by Birds of a Feather, and this was for Pam, Farm Boys Love's birthday Sal, HBD FBL SAL. So happy birthday, Farm Boys Love Sal. And I finished the part I'm doing, except for I'm gonna put some like petite treasure braid. Ooh. There's a star on top and a few little baubles on the tree. And that's all I'm gonna do. And this is for my dad and my stepmom. And this is on, I think it's on Dapple by Picture This Plus, 16 count. And then I started this one by Lizzie Kate, because I think the Santas are super similar. And I actually like the Birds of a Feather, the way the hat is, better than this beanie type hat, so I might change it. So I started doing this one too. I was gonna do it on Coastal, which is a bright blue, and I don't know why I didn't. So, is this the right one? Yeah, this is it so far. And I'm using a different red. One of them I think I used Turkish red, and one of them I used candy apple red. So those are really good, Christmassy, very similar. Turkish red to me seems a lot like ribbon red. And then I started working on another Santa. This is all the most recent stuff I've been doing, so I guess I was in a Santa mood. I started working on one of these, this one. Prairie Schooler Santas and Snowmen. And this one I got pretty recently because I never used to like snowmen, but now I do. And I think it's really cute. Like when you look on the back of this chart, they just happen to have a snowman and a Santa next to each other, and they look really good together. They have this Santa and this snowman, and they kind of look the same with their tree. They have like trees. So I think you could like put them next to each other in a little scene. That would be cute. Anyway, I really like stitching with 3/865, that off-white color, the winter white. So I might stitch a snowman. They're cute. I like the ones with the houses. Those are cute. Like I wonder if you put these two together, you know, you just have snowman, couple of houses, Santa. I think that would look good. I almost said cute again. Cute one more time. This is on Mirage. It's a huge piece of Mirage. 16 count Picture This Plus. And I changed the stars and the moon to be yellow because this is for my grandson and he likes to look for the moon. So I think if the moon is yellow, he'll notice it more. And I really messed up on the counting down here and the legs are too far apart. So I was like, what are you doing? You know when it's too late and you should go to bed, but then you're like, no, I want to keep stitching. That's what was happening. And I don't think I showed this. I started this, Hannah Baker, 1803 Reproduction Sampler, and this is by the Sampler House. And I liked it because of the way the A, B, and the CD are separated like that. And I'm doing this on some 16 count vellum by Picture This Plus with a red that is HDF by Vicki Clayton Hand-Dyed Fibers. Gandhi Dancer, and it's got a number which I can't read, but it's a red. It's a dark red, and I probably won't have enough of it because that's how it always seems like when I start a small sampler. And then I was thinking the background of this, I think this is done in black and I don't know what color it is. Let's see if I have the piece of paper here. I think it's on the floor though. It is on the floor. Oh, pewter gray. Let's see. So it's a very dark pewter gray, but I don't know what the color is on the background of the top. top row of that alphabet has a background color to it. And I'm not sure what that is because that is on the floor. So, but I think I'm going to do gold for the background. So it'll be more Christmassy looking. And this is equal to DMC 833 Umbridge is the name. And here's the Gandy Dancer number, which I don't know, 1113. Used to be more nearsighted before I went over the other edge of 45, and then it's been downhill. I worked a little bit on Elizabeth Hunter by the Scarlet House. And mainly because Kim's been working on this. We both started working on this at the same time, and so she pulled hers out. I'm like, oh, I gotta pull mine out. And this is on Fawn by Picture This Plus. And what I've been working on lately is I worked on these flowers, but I did them gray because I picked up a color. I thought I was choosing the same color that I'd put right there, which is a little bluer, but this is totally gray, so well. And then I finished doing the flowers on this. So did not work on it too much, but a little bit, right? Counts. I have a bunch of these little samplers like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they should all be done already because they're so small. And I worked a tiny bit on this Artisy Mini Santa Nutcracker. Let's see. Artwork by Lynn Bywaters. And this is one my stepmom saw and thought was very cute. Doesn't realize how much is in it, I don't think. So all I did on this is what colors do you think I used? Red, white? So I just filled in some more. And this is also on Mirage, I'm pretty sure. Does it look the same? Yeah, Mirage by Picture This Plus. And then somebody finished this. The whole Jenny Bean for the Parlor. This is part 3, Noah's Ark. And it's by Shakespeare's Peddler. It's got 8 parts to it. And I had done almost all of 1 and 2. And then I'd gone down the whole side and started the other ones, I think during a 24 hours of cross stitch marathon. So I started all 8 of them. And I worked a lot on that. I have the hanging threads on this too. Because I always leave stuff to fill in for when I'm babysitting, so that's why there's hanging threads. It's part 1, part 2 is Eden, and then here's the Noah's Ark. So I finished doing the waves across, and actually I had started with apple cider of a different dye lot, so it starts turning really gold. And this is on Picture This Plus Wren, 16 count. And I did almost everything on here. Had I started this at all? I don't know. I might have done the 10, 20, 30, 40 and outlined the rain cloud already, but everything else I did. I did these little dogs, like dingoes. I don't know what they are. And then the little, I think they're monkeys right here. I don't know what they are either. Monkeys, birds, the heart. Look, it has a heart. There's the heart. Noah. This took a long, I had Noah started too. This took a long time because you change colors several times and it's full coverage on him. And this is a pretty blue. It's called Cottage Blue, I think, by Classic Colorworks. So I really did a lot on this. It was fun. And then I'm thinking, you just can't look and go, oh my gosh, look at how much more I have to go. Because then you'll be very discouraged. You just have to think like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Because it is, because I like most of the things coming up. I always look at that, oh, I like that part 8. Oh, I like 7. Oh, wait, I like 4 too, so I like a lot of them. And then because to me, as soon as Halloween is past, it starts becoming Christmas. I'm with the retailers, I guess. I started working on Madonna, Mini Madonna. This is by Artisy, and this artwork is by Roberto Ferruzzi. And this is on 18 count, I forget, Easy Grid, Magic Guide, something. And I did a ton of the baby's face. I just had like that much done, I think. So I did all this part. And then I did some of this over here too. I was trying to, and I filled in there were a couple spots still on Mary's face. but I love doing this one even though it is a lot of neutrals. And I think most of this in here is black, so that's an easy fill in. I said to myself that I should have done, you know, just a variegated tan color for the background because it's really kind of like stucco looking. But it's very fun to do this. And I'd recommend Artisy. I think it's easier than Heaven and Earth. Their smalls are smaller. And then like this part, I think is mostly solid black. Like if it looks like it's black, it's black. It's not like 4 shades of blacks and browns. And this is only going to be 6.5 by 7 when I am done. One year these days I'm going to get it done. And this one I finally found a blue that I wanted to use for this. I was using Deep Blue Sea, and I thought, hey, this Deep Blue Sea is a little bit lavender periwinkle looking. That would be really good for Marie Cornu because I think this is like a periwinkle color, and the DMC is very lavender. So I pulled out those letters I had. I don't even know which ones I had. And then I started using Deep Blue Sea. But then this was a different skein of Deep Blue Sea than I had been using. So this one is bluer, but I still like it. I think it goes with the other blues. Yeah, this is a blue too. The color's really off. And I think blues are tricky sometimes to not clash with each other. And here's this part I already had done. And this is just some tan dyed Ada that I did. And I had all this stuff done before, I'm pretty sure. And this is where I'm using Calico Kitty instead of 2 different colors. So we'll see how that goes after the rest of that is in there. I worked on my Under the Sea sampler, and I don't know why. I don't have the page of what is current. But this has, you know, it says like Under the Sea on the bottom, and then it has some pearls and bubbles going up the side, some anchors in the corners. So I'm not in, I don't know what on the top. I'm not sure I'm doing all that stuff. And there's still some more coming out on the bottom, plus this little part, but I'm gonna do this little part and then see what I'm doing with the rest. I might just leave it. So I did the otters, I think some of the fish. I know I did these lines, and like the turtles, that little scuba dude, and then these fish. Yep. And I think these fish were already done, these 3. And this is on Nessie by PTP, 16 count. Called for is 14 count. Very cute though. Their stuff is so cute. Like everything they do is so cute, cute, cute. And I don't know, somebody who knows about turtles tell me, because the ones I saw in Hawaii are called green sea turtles and they look almost really dark brown. And when I see colors like this, it reminds me of like California desert tortoises. So hopefully there's some swimming turtles that color somewhere, right? And then this, I'm not sure how much I did, but I did a lot more than I had, or I started it since you've last seen it. This I got off of eBay, and it's because of Angela Loves to Stitch. She has a Flosstube. She's doing this. And so thank you for the inspiration and enabling. Gold Collection Petites. And when I got it, it all smelled like musty, like the paper didn't smell very good. So this is a copy of the front page of the chart. And I'm just doing this on some, I don't think it's black. I think it's almost black because it's a hand dyed. And here's what I have done so far. I might have just had a little bit up here done before, so I started doing one of the kings. Or maybe it's a shepherd. It's a shepherd, there are no kings. Kim, there are no kings. So I'm just working on this right there. The robes of 2 different shepherds apparently, and then part of the cow. And I didn't read it right because you're supposed to do some half stitches, blah, blah. So some of this is supposed to be half stitches, I think. And so then when I got to the people, I did start doing half stitches where it told me to do half stitches because I thought, yay, it'll go faster. So I love nativities, so I was happy to start that one. I have some black and gold thread. I don't know where it came from. And then I have a finish. I worked on this until I finished it. And this is Winter Chalkboard by Hands On Design, cat ate it. And this was a download from Hirschner's, and it was very inexpensive. Like $5, I don't know. It wasn't very much money at all. And I think it's really cute. And she has a, Hands On Design has Let's Talk Winter, Let's Talk Summer, you know, all the different seasons. And so she has a winter one very similar to this, but I like this one because it has the hot chocolate on it. And it doesn't snow where I live, but I think we all just accept that snow is a winter theme. I don't know, so it doesn't really bother me. And this is on, I think this is on a Witchell chalkboard, Ada. So I changed some of the colors, and I didn't want to use brown because they had brown for the cocoa mug. And what else did I change? And then green, I don't like green really. So I added a pink and a purple. The hat's still blue. Yeah, I took out the green. Here's what it was. And so I'm happy that's done because that's been going on for a while. Only 2020. I would have guessed I'd been doing that for more than 2 years, but I don't think I did. And that is it on this one. I bought a magazine at Joann's because I was looking for the PNPS, Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Winter Magazine, but they didn't have it. So I got this one, which is, I think, just a bunch of the ones they've had throughout the year of different Christmas. And they're mostly like Christmas cards type of things. There's a lot of Doreen Jones, very cute. So they have polar bears and little animals and stuff. And they have some nativity things too, and sloths. And let's see. There's a cat I think is pretty cute over here. And then they have some ugly sweaters. Which are right there. But I think, and then they have an advent calendar one too, which has very small things, which I like. I like things that are super quick at Christmas time because you can just make somebody an ornament and it's only, you know, like 20 by 30. That seems like a good size to me. And I think these polar bear ones are really cute. I like polar bears. Oh, I saw Jackie Cross My Stitches finished, I think, a Mira polar bear, which I think I have. I need to start that. I love that polar bear. And then today on the way here, I'm at the beach. I went to Hobby Lobby and I wanted to get this to put, I think it's the Jolly Housewives Christmas finishes on this, the sleigh ride. It's got a Santa and a sleigh and then 25-cent sleigh rides on it. And it doesn't have the other handle, but I don't think it matters because the finished piece goes like over this whole part. And their Christmas was 60% off, so that was good. And I also got this because I'm thinking, I don't know, I might already have one of these. I keep looking for a way to, not that I haven't stitched any of these, mind you, but the Stitching with the Housewives has the wreath swap, and every month there's a different wreath. And I think it's 4x4, so I think it will fit on this. I don't want to stitch all the words to make it say home and have the O be the wreath. I just want to do the wreath. And I like it that this stands up and it doesn't have to hang on the wall. And the other thing I'm thinking of doing, do I have it here? Is I'm thinking of doing some more of the Prairie Schooler ones that I showed you on the Santa and the Snowman. And then this one is from the Gift of Stitching, I'm pretty sure. Issue 34, November 2008. Yeah, the Gift of Stitching, which I have the digital, pretend like you didn't see that, the digital compilation of all of their magazines that I bought like right before it went out of business. So I want to do this Santa. He looks very jolly. And I like the ones that are smaller over doing the yearly ones that are a lot more work. So I got threads together to do some more Santas. And then, oh, here's the other one. I think I would just whiz by this without showing this. I'd really like to do this on Mirage, that darker gray, picture this plus color. And I think it looks cute with the chimney because this is up on the housetop, click, click, click down through the chimney with Old St. Nick. But on these, on Olive Prairie Schoolers things, you can replace this one with any of the other ones they give you, because they give you, each one of these is the same size as this. But I'm gonna leave this one because it's the chimney. And this is really cute too. This says, oh, it says down through the chimney with Good St. Nick. And there's no chimney over here. So if I was gonna do this one, I'd put this one in here. But they look very cute. So, and the Santa has a moon too. That one. But I think, you know, this part will go fast. This part will go fast. This part is full coverage on here, but mine will just be gray. So, not gonna be done for this year, but I think I'm gonna start that one. And that's Good St. Nick. And I think that's all. So remember, if you want a free copy of the reproduction sampler that I made from the sampler that was antique that I bought, DM me at KeyXStitch on Instagram, and I'll be happy to email it to you if you give me your email address. And tell me what you're stitching. Are you doing Christmas gifts? Are you doing fall stitching, Thanksgiving stitching? I did whatever, my one fall piece, and that was enough. Let me think. Oh, I know. I went and saw my son and daughter-in-law this morning because my husband bought a truck. We had to go pick it up by the airport, LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, which is a lovely hour from our house in bad traffic. So he had his appointment be at 8 in the morning so we wouldn't have bad traffic. So we went down, I dropped him off, and then I went over to my son and daughter-in-law's because they only live like 5 minutes away from there. So I got to see them and their cat for a little bit. That was fun. And then I drove up, and that's when I went to Hobby Lobby, and that was a fun day. What else have I done? I don't think I've seen anybody much. My grandson has been, I don't know if it's the time change or I think he's been a little bit sick, so he's been very cranky. And then I had a migraine yesterday. That was not a good day. My husband, I begged him to come after physical therapy. Please come, because it was not good. And then we got to leave early because our son-in-law was off work. So, you know, thank God, really. And what else have we been doing? Not much. Don't think there's anything else going on. So I hope you guys are all stitching and working on things that you're really enjoying. So let me know what you're stitching on. Didn't have to be what you're stitching on during this, or like what kinds of goals you have. Like, oh, I'm hoping to get this pile, you know, done before Christmas. You know, that'll be funny because I always think like, oh, I'll get all these stitched, and then I never do. So I'll try and put a picture in of the sampler. I don't even know if I have a picture of the finished one I stitched. I did stitch it. Lovely. Okay, take care.